Here we go again. All right, is Joseph here? Yes, yes.
I am. I've discovered the entrance.
Okay. Do we see Magnus, Tidehunter, Monkey King?
5 seconds.
What's the other one? Bane.
Ooh, Bane.
Ban
Bane,
again.
yeah.
Do we see the same 4 bans? We will see.
I think we're definitely seeing a Bane and a Monkey. The other two will see.
Tidehunter gets banned pretty much every time as well. Like, it's... Oh, they banned Winter Wyvern. First ban.
Wow, the Oak Respect ban.
It's true. Yeah, she had some good plays. Massive amount of healing. The problem is their team were quite good at exploiting Cold Embrace. Like, they didn't sit there... Let's say you're a Troll Warlord. Yeah, you can build up a bit of fervor. You know, some heroes, if they see a Cold Embrace, they can't do anything. OD says, I don't care. Ursa says, well, I'm still going to build up stacks. So
yeah.
I'm just preparing my damage. So it was unfortunate there. Yes, they do get rid of Monkey King. They get rid of Disruptor this time.
Yeah, Nat respects the Cacopian Disruptor. You just played with it. You saw how it dominated the Queen. And,
SK and Inhouse are 2. SK is actually one of the top offlaners in Immortal at the moment, or seen as one of the most highly valued. I don't know about in the pro scene, but it's one of the most like popular pub in-house, pub offlane heroes. Of course, Jabate was very good at it. Yes, they get rid of Tidehunter again. I guess Tidehunter's just good.
Yeah, he's just very solid. He always presents that front wall, right? Because he always has the Dispel. He's always going to get some farm with the Anchor Smash. You can just retreat into the jungle. And then you always have the ever-present threat of the Ravage and the Refresh. So anyone can play it. It always does well.
That's true. I mean, you never are like, we lost because we had Tidehunter.
Yes. Yeah.
The thing is, I've played Tidehunter quite a lot, and I played in post-nerf. You do feel it a little bit. They made Anchor Smash 10 mana more at every rank, and 80 mana cost per Anchor Smash. You do 2 Anchor Smashes, you use 160 mana. He no longer has the mana regen talent at level 10. I was about to say, if Wyvern is banned, it's guaranteed Undying is going to be played, and I was right. So, Undying against Ogre. Okay, yeah, you've got 2 very beefy supports at the moment. Both can frontline. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm curious as well with the position, because Undying 3 is not very popular, but it can be done, and he can be played in the 4 and 5 position very well, so it's quite a nice flex pick as well.
It's going to be 4 or 5. Either one can work, I think. Undying 3 had that like moment in the sun.
It did, its moment to shine.
Yeah, where you just rushed Ags and had like 6k health in a team fight 10 minutes in and no one could kill you, and then you just walked in punching people, say, kill me. But I think we're going to see 4 or 5 Undying. When we see Undying, we always think, well, I always think Snapfire tends to be a counter because you can delete the Tombstone early game. They've gone for Lion. I like it because now they've covered the crowd control. You've got big, tanky, healy frontliner, and then you've got all the crowd control to go with it. So I really like that.
Yeah, it's a good support combo, especially if you're putting one of your pulse 4 or 5 to have no stun. Getting the Lion to shore that up is always good.
I think Lion's highest win rate, you know, with those like Dota buff shows the pairings. I think one of Lion's highest win rate are supports that don't have stuns pair really well with Lion because he makes up for it completely and lets the other support do all their cool stuff with no stuns. So we'll see.
Definitely makes sense.
Ogre used to be the most popular hero in the in-house for years. I mean, this in-house has been going for over a year now, and Ogre was the most picked and banned hero because you kind of can't go wrong. You pick Ogre, everything is point click, and it's amazing, and it buffs up your core. You can't go wrong. He's a great hero at the moment. So, yeah, fair enough.
No, you're definitely right. Like in terms of ease to play and scaling, and yeah, like he has a slow, he has a stun, he buffs your carry. Like, what more do you really want?
Oh, Mirana, interesting. We don't see a ton of Mirana. I think it is Copium's Pos 4 Mirana, if I'm right. So it could be something else, but I think that might be what it is.
Interesting. And they first phased it as well, and they don't have any setup for it right now.
They've got a Fire Blast, kind of not a lot really. Yeah, well, we'll see. There's other heroes that can go with it. Mirana, do you remember when Mirana... I know we're going through like a... Do you remember this? Mirana had 1 leap, but it was a big leap. But also, when she landed, she gave her allies attack speed. It wasn't just a personal buff, it was everyone leapt. Big attack speed buff for everyone. I kind of was sad when that got taken away.
I can see why, because it's a bit counterintuitive, especially with only 1 leap. It's like, I'm going to use my escape to initiate and then hope for the best to buff my team.
The 3 mini leaps are a lot better for the hero, but before you had to like really commit to that one leap. Like you leap in because you got an arrow on someone. Well, now you have to make sure you can get out. So
yeah, definitely. And Nat has respect banned his own hero, which is always beautiful to see.
the Void Spirit. No,
yeah,
the Ursa.
and the Ursa.
Oh, he banned the Ursa. Okay. They also get rid of the Sanking. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, especially with Debate Mail, he loves his Sand King. He's very, very solid on it. I love his build every game. Like I think Ross, when I played with him, he always goes like travels and sometimes like bots too, and very rarely prioritizes the Ags. But I just love having that on the Sand King. Like the Blink Ags is like 3,000 initiation range almost. It is good.
Pretty much, yeah. If you want to stun, you've got to stun. It's almost like having a global stun. I know it's only 2.2 seconds, but then you also apply Caustic, which is like a 25% slow. So you've got this guaranteed stun slow. And if your team have any hero who can then follow up, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, banning Legion Commander as well. Legion's actually quite annoying because can just remove the arrow. 5-second stun, nope, and then your team walks away. So yeah, I definitely agree with that ban. I like it a lot. You can also dispel Ignite from the Ogre. So playing against Legion, very irritating on those heroes. What else are they going to ban? They look like they're banning a mixture of offlaners and POS 1s at the moment. Are they going to ban Mars? That's my guess.
Oh, I would like the Mars. The Mars is strong. They are ignoring the Snapfire, and I guess like you kind of know that the Snapfire isn't coming out with the Ogre Marana. It's unlikely to be a core Marana. So they don't have to worry about protecting the Tombstone at least.
They ban Morphling. Not sure who on the Radiant is really good at Morphling. We always joke about Royd. Sometimes he has good Morphling games, and sometimes he's very, very bad Morphling games. So I always think it's quite funny. But yeah, that hero is gone. We're waiting now for Dire to pick a core. They've only got support so far, Radiant and Dire. They've gone for the kind of pub strat, just pick our supports first and then we'll think about it.
Yeah. And to be fair, like Undying Lion leaves you very, very open.
Doom.
Interesting.
Do you know what's interesting about Doom? One of the lowest win rate heroes in Divine. I think actually second from the bottom, which I find surprising because he gets free gold, his spells aren't weak, and Doom is like the greatest spell in the game. So I'm surprised he's literally seen as like a griefing pick almost. But I like Doom. I think he's a good hero. He shuts down a lot of cores who are like rely on spells or cores that can be broken. He has a 22-second break. Now, if that doesn't, put the nail in the coffin of Spectre pickers, I don't know what does. Yeah. So they go for the safe one, Lifestealer. But again, Doom with Aghanims. Lifestealer can't use Feast. Lifestealer can't use Ghoul Frenzy. He can't Rage. Yeah. I mean, Lifestealer's gone. Just gone. I guess he can still right click, but with no passives at all, Lifestealer is a bit sad. So, but then in lane, yeah, Lifestealer loves playing against Doom.
See, I was actually talking with Debate Mail and Kiwi about their Bath team and this Lifestealer pick, and I'm kind of surprised Debate Mail's there because he's drafting. It's because we all agreed Lifestealer is really, really weak when you don't see the enemy POS 1 and 2. Because it's so simple to just pick evasive heroes that will just ignore him for the whole game.
Yeah, I agree. Like, and Lifestealer is literally the worst hero ever against dealing with illusions, for example. Like, Lifestealer might as well not exist as a Naga Siren in the game. You're never going to kill her.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's why the Earthshake has been picked here, because they might have, like, as a PL enjoyer, this is like the freest PL game with that. So I think they might have maybe panicked and realized they need the Shaker to just block that
I like it.
Otherwise,
it covers them up. If Earthshaker goes Blink Dagger, Lifestealer can go inside. There's so much stun coming from ES. He's got, is it 1.5 is the max Earthshock? Something like that. So you've got Echo 1.5, Enchant Totem 1.5, like 2 from the Fissure. You've pretty much got like a 5+ second stun there. Lifestealer just bursts out and just, kills anyone who's there, just maws him to death. I don't know what my camp like auto-attacking animation is, but that is kind of how Lifestealer attacks, isn't it? Just like strokes the enemy.
Yeah, pretty caresses them gently and then a little bit harder. And I think also the Echo works with the Dying Tombstone zombies, which is quite nice. I think they count as entities.
Do they? For Echo Sam, do they generate an Echo?
I think they do. Yeah. They don't deal damage, I don't think. But
that would be interesting if it happens. Gyrocopter, now that is Nat's Gyro. There's a pretty scary record with Nat playing Gyrocopter. He wins so many of the games, but not like a little bit. He's like 20-0 on the hero. So we'll see. Gyro against Lifestealer, I don't know. I think Lifestealer is pretty good against Gyro because Gyro is good at killing everyone at once, whereas Lifestealer just goes to Gyro and just mauls him to death. You can ignore the rocket, you can ignore rocket barrage, you can ignore cooldown. And I think you'll win the 1v1, but then that is used to getting so far ahead and farmed on Gyro, who farms about 10 times quicker than Lifestealer, that maybe it'll be fine anyway. If you've got Butterfly, Aghanim, Satanic, he's not going to kill you, so...
Yeah, that's precisely it. With the Gyro Lifestealer matchup, it's purely if the Gyro can get like an item or two ahead of the Lifestealer, it becomes really hard to engage because you have to use so much of your rage to sort of run into range of the Gyro because you're using it to essentially run through cooldown and run through Rocket. So by the time you get there, it's a very, very low duration. So that's kind of the benefit of the matchup. But if they're on equal footing, the Lifestealer just walls and tears through the Gyro.
Well, then we'll hope that the Earthshake can get the engage on the Gyro, because then Lifestealer can come straight out, do damage for about 5 seconds, and then rage afterwards, and then Gyro's got nothing at that point. So
yeah, that would definitely be ideal.
And Skadi Lifestealer, it's a very popular item on Lifestealer builds these days, but it's very good against Gyro, because Gyro is going to go Satanic. So taking 40% off the Satanic is actually pretty insane. So
yeah, definitely.
We should see that. Kunkka being banned, Leshrac again being banned, which I guess Ollie had some very good Leshrac games. Not sure if Leshrac is what they're going for this game when there's like a Lion, Doom, and a Gyro. They also get rid of Kunkka, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm very worried right now about the Radiant draft because they actually have really, really low damage. And they also have quite poor scaling, because we're assuming this is the Earthshaker core, right? Earthshaker 3?
Oh, yes, that's a good point, actually. Didn't think about it. Yes, Earthshaker 3, so early Blink Dagger, hopefully. Yeah,
so you're I feel like you're going to need an Ember or some kind of like Lina, a really, really strong mid-game hero that's got the damage and some disable that can set some tempo, because otherwise it feels a bit rough to just have like a Lifestealer Earthshaker core. There's no, there's no game winning, there's no Terrorblade, there's no Luna, there's no like big win condition there right now on the Radiant lineup.
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know what mid laner you'd go for. Like you said, Ember Spirit could be played. You've got to be careful with Lion and Doom, but I think you could go with an Ember. I think it's fine.
I think Lina's really good. I don't know if Ollie plays it, but I think Lina's really what they're looking.
Ollie does play Lina. He plays a pretty good Lina.
Yeah, and you don't like you kind of care about Doom, but you stand there and you hit people with Fiery Soul. So
if you got all your spells off, then you don't care about Doom. You've got 3 charges of Fiery Soul that last like 10 seconds. You just right click anyway. Yeah. You don't care. You can't get another Light Strike or Ray off. So yeah, I agree. Any hero sucks if they get Doom before they cast any spells, but then you could say that about anything really. Their last pick, you were spot on, Joe. Very good.
Yeah, and also, especially when you have first pick as well, the Lina pick makes it really hard to counter pick. Because if you did pick like an Ember, for example, or if you picked, any of these other slightly more vulnerable, then you just get this mid lane matchup getting a bit screwed. So the Lina's really, really nice. Because it's hard to counter pick a Lina in lane.
I
How do you counter pick like a...
I don't know. I would probably go... you could do TA. It's okay. It's not the best matchup. Still, Lina's okay in that matchup. I wouldn't want to go Quap into Lina because Dragon Slave has so much more range, and Quap's Shadow Strike has a terrible range, and you'll get punished by like 50 right clicks every time you go for Shadow Strike. So
every time you walk up, you get the Light Strike array.
You can't play Storm Spirit into Lina. Absolutely terrible. Any melee is hard. Ember's hard, for example. Void Spirit's banned anyway, and so is Kunkka. Necrophos is banned. Other really popular mid heroes at the moment? It's a good question.
It's difficult. Maybe you could do like a Quaswex Invoker, but that's probably playing the Gyro, right? And I don't know if they have
You could Invoker. You could Invoker here. They do go TA. Okay, I thought about TA just because Lina has to break through every refraction with a right click, 1 by 1. There's no dot. So and TA can farm pretty fast. So if Lina just goes and starts blasting the jungle, well, you're going to do the same, probably twice as quick, because you can take ancient stacks from like 10 minutes in. So, okay, I like that. It's Juju as well. He's on his signature hero, which is Templar Assassin.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the best that they could go with, and that's why I think like the Lina is not your first pick, and you're picking a mid knowing it's going to be countered. Like the Lina just makes it so much harder, because this is like an even matchup, but when you have that last pick, you're not wanting an even matchup, right? You're wanting a winning matchup. So, very, very good. That short up, like, I was very worried before the pick, but I think this does even it out quite nicely.
We'll see what happens then. 2-3-33 Trident Protector. He is a good Trident player, actually. Oh, and showing off the Undying. Strong win rate on the hero. Lots of games played. That's 112 games, something like that.
That's a lot of zombie.
Yeah, a lot of zombie. Right, let's get the cams on, hopefully working properly this time.
Prepare for battle.
Not betrayed by brothers.
Okay, start with Natigan. So, Super Noodles has gone Brown Boots and Tango's Mirana. Only problem with Mirana, great agi gain, terrible base damage. Which I always hate having to deal with.
Yeah, Mirana and Windrunner are both those heroes where it's like, it's kind of feels really hard playing them as cores because he just has such low base damage that it's really difficult to pull a win out in the lane. And I think like if Mirana had like +6 base damage, she'd be a mid hero. I think it's just that simple.
She was a mid hero. Then precisely that happened. She lost the base damage.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
You know, I mean, Quelling Blade being decent on ranged heroes helps a bit, but not if you're outmatched by about 20 right click. I mean, look at Lina, 64 right click damage and has more range.
Yeah, you're never doing well.
Lina is a deadly hero. Also has 3.7 int gain, so would scale just as well as the Mirana. And Fiery Soul,
I didn't really.
Fiery Soul lasts 12 seconds. So yeah, if you get doomed but you have 3 charges, you're fine for most of it.
Yeah, it was the perfect pick. I think.
Is Cocopium? Cocopium has a Quelling Blade. I guess supports can buy Quelling Blade, but okay, we'll see.
See, it's like interesting warding locations or something.
Yeah, it's true. I always buy it against, or like to buy it against things like Treant Protector, or any hero who's going to hide in the trees. You just start carving every single tree, and because you're a support, you have the time to just sit there, and within about a minute or so, you can delete every single tree there. It's really good. Yeah, Techies. Yes, against Techies. Yeah, it's another hero you need to Quelling Blade.
Some good deforestation, yeah.
Yes. Timber, not... I mean, it means you're a bit safer because he can't get bonus damage off on you. I mean, Lina does not need to be this far away from the creep wave. There we go.
It's just maintaining social distancing with the TH. Doesn't want to get us sick.
TA is wearing a mask. Oh, no, she's not. Not with this cosmetic.
No.
My Invoker cosmetic has a mask on. I was ahead of my time.
Very much.
Somewhat is taking a lot of damage. They did just nerf line in 7.30E. They increased the mana cost of early ranks of Earth Spike, so you don't get free Earth Spikes now.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like 70 for a level 1 spell is very, very low.
Oh, it was
but now
so
we are
cheap.
bringing it up. Yeah.
But it used to only do 60 magic damage, now it does 80, so, you know, it's buffed in that way, I guess.
Yeah, something like he's still like just very, very weak in lane.
16 strength stolen by Oak. But unfortunately, Ross is not really the hero, Doom, that is, to go super aggressive. He's, knowing Ross, he's going to max out Devour, isn't he? And he's going to play a very kind of passive, I'm going to be more farmed than you. And I guess that does work if you're last hitting as well. Doom does generate so much free gold.
Yeah, this is why I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think at TI he was mostly played as a mid, because if you're going to have that AFK, you know, build up lots and lots of gold and just crush people at 20 minutes, it's better to do that on a +2 generally. +3, you can't hope more impact.
Well, that's why you're allowed to play Doom as a +3, but without going that much Devour, sometimes 1 point Devour, and then leaving it at 1 point. Oak's taking a lot of damage from Wiz. Look at the right click. Wiz has not even got an Orb of Venom. Oak is quite tanky. But just being right click, right click, right click, right click, right click, right click, right click. And there's the kill, first blood. Oh, that wasn't first blood because somewhat got the first blood in the top lane. And that is going to actually get a double kill. So yes, Roids took down Oak, but thankfully for Oak, she died about a millisecond after their team got a kill. And Nat already dominating this lane. 1-0-1 start. Very, very nice. Who got the first blood though? It was somewhat got the first blood. So he's already got Tranquil Boots 2 minutes 30 into the game. Pulse 5 line already got Tranquil Boots. I mean, that is horrible to play against. They've dropped the Tombstone already. Royd says, I don't really care. Thanks for the 125 gold.
Yeah, I mean, this is the benefit of the Lifestealer pick. It's really, really strong in this lane, and that's why like the Lina helped to show up the late game, because that's kind of what you want to be playing in this. You want to win that lane. And against an Undying Doom, like nothing's going to happen to him to level 6.
Oh, double strength against Lifesteal. I mean, that is really not nice for the Dire. It's going to be hard. They're going to have to play really safe, and that's why Ross is just going to be farming. I mean, if he maxes Infernal Blade and Scorched Earth, it's not going to be enough for them to win this lane, so might as well just max Q and go farm. I mean, he can now eat the Wild Wing Ripper, which I think is a level 5 creep. It is. So he's going to say, thank you for the armor, except he forgot to toggle on Devour, so he doesn't get the buff. So that's a bit... Who was it who played a game Was it Roids? We made fun of him. He went I think it was Roids. He went an entire game playing Doom and he never devoured a single ability. Because I don't think he realised. Literally the entire game. And we were like, Rose, what is going on here? And he didn't realise. Now Ross has realised, oh, that was a mistake. And now he's toggled it on. He could be having like 3 armour that not only he gets, but Oak would also receive.
Yeah, it would actually be huge.
But the health regen one, I think, is maybe the best one. It's like 5 health regen. You can get the Hellbear Smash. It's 15 attack speed. Not quite as good.
No, yeah. And I think you very correctly identified that it's a bit of a lane mismatch having a passive Doom and like an aggressive active Undying. So it doesn't have much to do in this lane.
My cameras are bugged again. What is with my cameras? Camera 5 is somewhat, right? Yeah. Camera 5 somewhat. Camera 5? Is it not camera 5? He's not on cam. Oh, have I got a different version of the list open? Yeah, I think I do. Right, bug at that. I have to refix this. I had 2 versions of the same notepad file open, and I closed one and opened the other, and then it all went to hell. Right, let me fix this. I'll fix it another time. Close that down. Fix that. I messed up the cams a bit, boys. Sorry. Ross, he does get a courier kill, but how are you going to escape? Phase Boots already Lifestealer. Oh, with the TP out. That's right. Because you've got no Fire Blast on the Ogre. He's actually gone 2 points of Bloodlust.
Wow.
One job. Look. I'm doing other jobs too. There's an arrow onto the Gyrocopter, but I think Jabate is actually just going to go down. Super Noodles jumps in, tries to take some of the battery assault, rocket barrage, but it's not enough. It just does way too much damage. So Nat will enjoy yet another kill. Somewhat actually takes the kill.
Yeah, and this is a really nice benefit of the Gyro, is it kind of lets you get away with a weaker laner, like Lion, just because you have a very, very powerful +1 to make cut up the slack there.
Yes, exactly.
Otherwise often you can see, like when I'm playing in-houses and I see a Lion, I'm like, okay, I want to pick like a Bloodseeker, something aggressive to punish the like the weakness of the lane, but you just can't do that against the Gyro.
Because Gyro is so strong. Yeah. You've actually got higher level Undying than you have Ross. She throws Tombstone behind them. But they say, well, we'll just turn around and kill it then. They've got no soul rep, so Tombstone goes down in only 4 hits. That's the problem with rank 1 Tombstone. It dies so quick. So 125 gold goes to them. And look at Ross. He just heals so much. 20 every single right click. He's got no points in Rage. He's played the most aggressive possible early game build for this lane, and with good reason too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen a lane where Rage does so little, actually. Like, there's no Infernal Blade. All it blocks is like a soul rep. So no punishment for this kind of build.
Yeah, it's true. Big sorrow onto Ross, but yeah, Ross is struggling. He has a magic resist creep at the moment, but unfortunately that's not really doing too much in this lane because he's just being right-clicked to death by his brother, who's having a great lane. But Ollie finds a kill in mid, somewhat TP's in, but it's just a little bit too late. And you said it was all about the Lina, and that is great to get a kill on a TA, really slowing down her farm.
Yeah, that could be huge, definitely. Especially with the line
Super Noodles, well. He goes bot, gets a kill on Oak, as if they needed more help, but Royd is pretty low here. He went very deep under the tower, though he does heal up quite a lot every time he hits a creep. I think you go on Ross there. No, he's a little bit scared. I don't know what he's scared of. I guess Scorched Earth, you can't stop it because you don't have Rage, but now he has his ultimate. I would just hide in a creep, to be honest, and go to full HP.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know why he chose the why did he choose the lowest health creep.
The Lina rotation.
Oh, they actually get a kill on that. Very nice. Nice rotation. I need to be paying more attention to the camera. I wish I had my own observer. It would be nice. Ross actually... Royds comes out, but he's not on high HP. Only on half. 5 stick charges. Has to be a little bit careful, but he is level 6 against 2 level 4s. So he's in a pretty good position. Going for Maelstrom first item. I always wonder, do you go Maelstrom or do you go Armlet? I think he realizes he's got to play against a Gyro, so get a bit of farming acceleration of his own.
Yeah, it's unless there's like a Phantom Lancer or something, it's the trade up. Do you want to take it later and farm up, or do you want to get that armor for really early aggression?
Place 2 wards literally right under Somewhat's nose, like right in front of him. Huh. Oh, they've got the arrow. Arrow starting to Nat, but I don't think they have enough damage. Nat is a really tanky hero. They kill the rocket straight away. The rocket is 50 gold when you kill it. That is so much gold. Oh, Nat, he turns around. They've got the echo. Oh, they're going to echo him. He's going to go down. Nice kill. Nat was way too greedy. They were going back into lane. I would have run straight away. They actually have the Tombstone now from... Oh, is it going to be enough? Massive heal onto Somewhat. Keeping him alive. And the Tombstone, it's placed on the high ground. They're trying to kill it, but they realize that they can't. Are they going to just brute force their way through it? Yes, they are. They are going to be able to kill it because there's not enough follow-up from the dive. If they had someone else here, they definitely could have looked to have a fight there. But Oak did save somewhat. That was a good rotation.
Yeah, I think she just placed the Tombstone for more entities for the Soul Rip to save the Lion.
Rotation from Ollie. Going to get a kill on Ross. I mean, that's already a 1 lane from Royd, so he's winning even harder now. Ollie is doing some fantastic work at the moment.
He is.
Level 9.5 at 9 minutes. I mean, if you're a minute a level, you're doing really well in mid.
Yeah, definitely. And he's having like great impact on the side lanes as well.
GG.
Just pushing.
He's being burnt to death. There's the stun. Whoa, that's an aggressive blink in. Is it going to be enough? Royd's is chasing. No, they don't have enough to kill Juju at the moment. Urn of Shadows early on the run. I do like it.
Yeah, I think it's probably as well because of this TA, just something to burn through the repressions. Right now, all they have is I think.
Royd's has gone mid now because Ollie was pushing bot lane. Doesn't realize there's a ward on the high ground. Jabate went for double bracer and then built Arcane Boost, which is an interesting build, but yeah, I guess the double bracer allows him to be, man up against the Jara, gives him so much HP. Nat's now farming the jungle, but he has managed to farm 2 camps at the same time, which is very nice. Yeah. Also gets a stack as well.
Yeah, Royd's made the switch to mid lane is very important because the only way that your game gets screwed up is if you go back into this Doom, who's finally level 6. So now that Doom's got level 6, he's just leaving the lane. It's not worth being in to threaten that you might die. Ross
is still thinking about a Mida, so he is playing full greed. He actually has bought the Gloves of Haste. So he's going for sort of a 14-15 minute Midas. Look at Royd's just chasing that.
Yeah.
He's still got no rage.
Yeah, that's a bit.
No Finger of Death though. No mana from Somewhat. Royd's has a Haste Rune. Still has a Haste Rune. Also has Moonlight Shadow now. There's a big meld. He needs to get inside a Creeper, inside a hero. He needs to get Rage as well. He's gone inside a Centaur. That gives him a 2-second stun. Ollie finds a solo kill in the bot lane. Takes out Ross. He's level 10 now. Oh, there we go. There's the stomp, but decides, no, maybe I shouldn't go into that. Yeah, no, maybe I should. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. No, maybe I shouldn't.
The balls on this man to have no Q. Just run at them as a Centaur into 4 heroes.
I know. I don't know if even Royd knows what he's doing, to be honest. He needs to farm. But I mean, that is pretty bad for Ross. He's only level 6. He got killed by a level 11 Lina at 11 minutes. I mean, this is a high-level hero. Ollie doing so well. Ollie went a very interesting thing we don't see on Lina. Getting an item before travels, Ether Lens. That means long-range Light Strike Array, really long range in the other spells. It's a good item, but you don't see it very often on Lina, do you? Ether Lens first item.
Yeah, I just assumed it would be the Yules when I saw the Void Stack.
Yeah, me too. Interesting choice. I mean, I don't think it's terrible. Maybe he felt like he wanted long-range stuns.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe he's thinking he just wants to stay out of the range of Doom, stay out of the range of any of these abilities, and just hang back.
I would say well done to the Radiant team. Nat is actually the poorest core, even poorer than Ross, who's already had a very tough lane. For Nat to be the bottom of the net worth, you've done very well, especially when he's on his Gyrocopter. And look, even Jabate Mail is quite far ahead. He's got that Blink Dagger, so he's ready to go. He's got Echo Slam as well. He's got 3 points in Aftershock. So that is going to be deadly. What do we have on the Undying? We have only rank 1 Tombstone still. So big Soul Rips, but Tombstone does die quite quickly, so they've got to be careful about where they place that. I can't believe Nat is lower half net worth. Yes, 6th on the net worth. I mean, I find that quite surprising. I'm not saying it's Nat played badly. I'm saying it's Radiant have done so well to prioritize him and go against him in the lane.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes down to Ollie with the winning this lane and then rotating top and killing that Nat.
That's true. Out comes an arrow. Okay, it doesn't hit anyone. But Radiant, they have taken tier 1 tower top. And finally... Okay, I thought Royd's was going Maelstrom, but he has a Javelin and an Ogre Axe and a Belt of Strength. So he decided to go Sanj and Yasha, but he's still got the Mithril Hammer in his quick buy. So I don't know if he forgot about Maelstrom because he had a moment. I don't understand.
Yeah,
casual Javelin on a Life Stealer?
Huh.
Okay,
maybe he's like, I'm just going to get stats instead of rage, and I'm going to buy a Sanj and Yasha for the status resist, because who needs rage then?
Who needs rage? I'd rather have 2 strength.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't know.
Interesting. Maybe he's predicting
Ollie is actually... Ollie took a talent you also don't see very often. 3.5-second Dragon Slave cooldown when you're playing mid laner. A mid laner who is going for a BKB, I'm more likely to see the right-click build. 25 damage is a lot of right-click, but he goes for a sort of magic-heavy build, which I guess maybe wants to diversify his team's damage type, because they do have quite a lot of physical damage. So he's playing more magic laner, which is interesting. Somewhat is hiding in the trees. He gets the Hex onto Roids, but he's got the Sand, see? No problem. Status resistance. Easy. Oh, commit to the tower, boys. Come on. Lena's attack range is 8 billion. Oh, we've gone inside Jabate. We've got the Blink Dagger, blink onto Juju, but they're hiding in the trees. They heard it maybe, or they saw it. Super knows he's got to be careful. He gets doomed. He is dead. There's the doom. No, there's not the doom. Ross waved his hands about 50 times, but didn't actually use the doom. Now Jabatemo's just going to absolutely straight up murder him, but Ross actually escapes using the little Tumbler's Toy. So they're going to take down Oak instead, and Ross, he will escape thanks to the speed from Scorched Earth. Who knew Tumbler's Toy reactions was going to be enough? But then Cocopium says, nope, I'm here. Surprise. And have you seen Cocopium's build? He's actually got 3 points of Bloodlust, so his team are very fast moving thanks to that. Yeah, they also have move speed from Moonlight Shadow. Oh, another Tumbler's Toy! Nah, but he's still going to die. No way. It's the power of Fissure Enchant Totem. You do not escape that.
No. Although it was very cute. Basically used the League Flash to escape the Echo Slam.
It's kind of what Tumbler's Toy is, isn't it? It's like Flash.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've seen that.
Flash is... the fact that Flash keeps getting nerfed and is mandatory in League kind of just shows you how different the two games are. And we've got like Blink Daggers in Dota, which take you 4 times the distance on a 10-second cooldown or whatever Blink Dagger is. What is the cooldown on Blink? Is it 15? 10? 15.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, only 2k gold. It's not exactly like a huge item investment.
Yeah, League was going to put Flash on boots for a while. There was this long debate, like, I don't know, many years ago, 5-6 years. They were going to put it on boots called Teemo boots or some Yordle Stompers. That's what they were called. And then they decided against it and they left it as that summoner spell.
Yeah, I think I've not played League too much, but I think it's a big part of it is just how powerful towers are, right? So if you can just flash to get into your tower, your turret.
They hurt. They really hurt. Whereas in this game, you can just change the creep aggro. They don't scale in damage. If you're a bit tanky, like you've got a Vanguard, at 8 minutes in, you go, oh, right, well, tier 1 towers don't exist anymore. To run underneath them. That's my favourite part of playing like Axe or Centaur, and you have the Vanguard at 8 minutes, and you just say, well, there's no tower now.
Yeah, it has Bristleback as well. You can turn away from the tower. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, you're diving someone under the tower while it's hitting your back for 3 damage.
Yeah, like, what? There's a tower here? Well, I don't know.
Well, Royds remembered that Maelstrom is what he was going for, decided against Sand and Yasha, is actually going for Halberd, which I think is the correct item when playing against TA and Gyro. You do get a Halberd.
Yeah.
Well, Royds needs to decide that that's actually a bad idea. Finally uses Rage. Ollie is also going to be fine because, you know, he's like the fastest hero in the world. Look at the range of that Light Strike array. Wow. I think that's just straight up a kill. No, Nat's going to be fine. Massive heal coming out from that Soul Rip. Huge. And that will be fine. There wasn't quite enough burst. Oh, Royds comes out. They're going on Juju. They've got the stun. It's a double stun. Multicast. And now Royds, he's going to get a kill. He's going in. Oh, massive Echo 3-man. Look at the fissure. Absolutely beautiful. Jabate, massive damage as well coming out from the Enchant Totem, rank 4. And Ross is going to have to run. He doesn't even have Doom. Doom was already committed. I didn't see who he doomed.
Oh, yeah, no, do I.
But that's 4 kills for the Radiant and Jabate Mail. I mean, he loves playing heroes who can engage and have stuns. And if he can't play Sand King, well, he's going to play Earthshaker instead. Man, I want to play Pulse 3 Earthshaker because that's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Not fun for the guy you're laning against with your 400% damage totem, but it's very fun to push.
Yeah, I like the way he built it as well. He started with Enchant Totem and he got it up to rank 3, and then he went for Aftershock maxed out, so by the time you're ready for team fights, you've got the max out stun. Yeah,
that's really huge, because as you can see on the Lifestealer, he's going to have level 1 Rage for quite a while, which makes fights a bit awkward. Where it's, if you just leave it at 3 on the totem, it lets you make sure that you've got your kit up when you don't end up Blink Dagger timing.
Yeah, Royds is actually doing very well. I know we mocked him for not building Rage and running around in circles. But he is having a great game. In fact, most of the Radiant team are. Now they're just going in. Royds says, well, I found you, Ross. They're doing a bit of damage to him, but look, they've already found a kill. They found a kill on Nat, immediately killing Nat. It's surprising to see Nat struggling so much on the Gyrocopter. Royds taking a lot of damage, so he's got to be careful. That Desolator really hurts. But then he turns around and says, well, I've got someone to give me a lot of health. Ollie drops to the Gunnar Blade, and there will be another kill for him. Cocopium, he's got the dot onto Juju. never mind, the dot didn't go onto Juju. I think he dodged it with the meld, which is a really nice play. They've got the stun onto Oak, but nice hex from Somewhat, but he didn't realize it was life soon. Somebody gets the double stun with the Impale. Roids is quite slow to use that rage, but he's still got it, and that means that he's going to start hitting onto Juju. Immediately, he's lost all of the refraction, but you don't want to be diving a tier 2 tower this early into the game. Because if you do, it will hit you hard. It hits almost twice as hard as the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, it's not a League of Legends tower, but it's still pretty strong.
It is, yeah. The thing that makes the League tower so strong is it prioritizes heroes no matter what if you're damaging them, and it does more damage every hit. So I do wish the fountain was a bit more like the League fountain though. The Dota fountain is pathetic in comparison.
Yeah.
The League fountain does like 1,000 pure damage a second or more and ignores everything. It ignores immunities. It literally goes through everything. It says, I don't care if you're immune, I just kill you anyway. It goes through Guardian Angel as well. It goes through Aegis. Juju's taking a lot of damage. Nice heal from Oak. But can Juju get the kill? Never mind. Jabemo goes in with an absolutely massive stun. They get the Doom onto Royd. Is this a chance to kill him? Royd says, well, I don't really care. I'm just going to right-click you to death anyway. Nat is trying to do whatever damage he can, but he's only got Aghanims. So it's still a fairly big item. Royd is going to have to escape. And they will get a kill on Jabemo. Not a bad fight for the Dire. They did use a buyback, however, on the Doom. Yeah, and actually, they don't get the Roids. That's only 1 kill for 2 deaths and a buyback. Maybe it wasn't as good as I thought. And it looks like Roids is just going to go straight back in. He's healing himself up. Someone is on about 1 HP, gets hit by the Dragon Slayer. Out comes a big heal. The Kokothum is just charging in. And there we go. Oak is going to go down on Roids. He's still chasing Somewhat. Just gets Laguna Blade. Well, that was like half his HP, just immediately deleted. Out comes the arrow. Oh, beautiful arrow with a double cast multi-stun. And there we go, another kill. Now that went from bad to worse for the Dire. They have 4 kills only, and we have 20 on the Radiant. Ollie is doing so well, and so is Roids. And Jabate, I mean, all the cores in the Radiant, absolutely perfect.
Yeah, definitely. And Roids, in that fight, he tanked a full Doom and a Finger of Death, and just about managed to walk away as well.
Yeah, and then thanks to Infest giving you so much health regen. I mean, what is it, 4% health regen per second? You just hop inside someone, about 5 seconds later, you're ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna say now, I take full credit for Ollie's performance on Lina. They tuned into the stream, they heard me say it was the perfect pick for that lineup.
Well, you were completely correct. He is playing the Magic Lina. Ollie likes the Magic Lina, and do you know what? I like it as well. As much as I think right click Lina is just better, I actually quite like it. He's gone for the Light Strike array damage, so it's now a 360 nuke. And he's got a 5.5 second cooldown Dragon Slayer. He's going for Kaya. He still went for the BKB. He still right-clicks hard. But he's got that massive magic burst, which means if they find someone, they can just instantly kill them. Dire are really struggling now. Win probability is now 93% for the Radiant team. So not looking good for Dire. Gyro is still the poorest core. He's poorer than his TA. He's poorer than the Doom. I guess Doom does have Midas, which helps.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's a very greedy Dire lineup when you have the Ags Gyro, you have a TA,
but
and then you have the Midas.
It's Radiant going aggressive. They've used the Moonlight Shadow, which is like a super smoke, except it is detected by Vision. They get the stun to Juju, but it's not enough to break the refraction. But they immediately delete Oak in the back lines. Maybe she was going for a bit of a wraparound tombstone, but her team, unfortunately, were not ready to engage. You do have Blink on Ross, but Ross needs a creep. He's walking around with the Cloak Aura, which unfortunately is not what you need. If you've got Blink Dagger, you need the Centaur Stomp.
Yeah. Oh, it is that. No! The Centaur's right there! That he just devoured. Oh, it still has the aura.
Yeah. He's not really a Doom player, I think. You need to prioritize creep so badly, and I know the greed makes you want to devour straight away, but you've got to wait for the right creep, which he's now just going to kill with Vital.
Yeah. You can't just be a Doom with Blink Cloak Aura. That's just... that feels rough. This Centaur's like, I could have been so much more.
Well, Ross, he realizes, and he goes up, but Ollie is so fast. Ross is just TP. Oh, the fissure! And he actually gets a Light Strike. Can you believe they found the Light Strike array on Ross? And Ollie will claim the kill for that. You know, Ollie has a Grove Bow and a Kaya. His ult must hit so hard right now when he gets a right click off. That is so much damage.
Yeah, that's crazy. And this magic damage build, like when you're this far ahead, again, kind of like last game, it's a fight for the BKBs on the TA and the Gyro.
If you're gonna play magic build on Lina, I'd like to see the Shard, because it gives you cheaper ult, longer cast range, and then you can do AoE. So, yeah, I'd like to see it.
Yeah, I think you could argue you're like the Kaya Sanj into the shard.
Yeah.
I really, really strong.
Well, Roids has a Sanj and Yasha and has a Basher. So being hit by the Lifestealer is now really starting to hurt. And it also stuns you. I always find Lifestealer... Sorry, you gone.
I was going to say, I like the adaptation because we saw he was going for the Halberd, but I think he realized just how the game was going.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Halberd.
Yeah, the Sanj and Yasha lets you push the advantage, whereas the Halberd is much better in an even game when you're like actually worried about the damage output.
Oh yeah, okay, so you're saying he's not worried, so go for the more aggressive item.
Yeah, push your advantage rather than sort of, you know, playing to nullify theirs.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Lifesteal is weird because he doesn't seem to scale very well because he has terrible base stats. Like, they really are terrible. He gets 50 attack speed from Ghoul Frenzy and that's it. But I guess he scales so well just because Feast is always a percentage of their health. So as they get more health, you get more damage. You just need to get some items that let you hit them.
Yeah, definitely. And your only steroid is this 50 attack speed and then kind of Feast, but you also kind of start off with 4,000 net worth, right? Because you don't need to get that BKB, which really helps you accelerate into all of these items that you want to be building.
Yeah, 6 seconds of magic. I mean, 6 seconds is a max rank BKB. Oh, well, a BKB when it's been used as many times as possible. Except the cooldown is only 18 seconds rather than about 70.
Yeah,
and you know what? You can get a BKB on Lifesteal. I know a lot of Lifestealers don't want to, but sometimes you have to, and then you're basically magic immune forever. So I like it, because you can almost go Rage BKB into Rage. It's like a 20-second BKB. Or more, almost. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exceptionally powerful. You're definitely right.
I've done it before. I think a lot of Lifestealers will never let themselves do it, but they're just taking the racks. They're thinking about engaging. They drop the smoke. Oak drops the tombstone. That is right in front of the Radiant team. Goes straight away down to Roids, but they've got a lot of damage. They actually get a kill. Oh, it's a really big kill. With Roids, he doesn't seem to get... They don't kill the tombstone. Now he's going for the tombstone, but he still doesn't kill it. He actually ends up being denied by someone, but this was a really good fight from the Dire. Are they going to kill Roids again? No, Jabamel comes in with an absolutely massive echo. It was all a bait. You can't huddle up around the Earthshaker. They forgot this, and they are paying the price for it. Unfortunately, the leap does not go on to Juju, but he doesn't have a BKB or a Blink Dagger, so he is going to go down. Jabamel completely turns that fight. I hope we can get a replay on that, because that was a great fight.
Yeah, it was definitely a juicy echo.
Jabamel, yeah. So you see Roids, you think, okay, Roids got a kill on Oak, but they don't kill the tombstone in time. Finger of Death, they burst Ollie. It looks really good for the Dire. They're feeling confident. They've got Roids down, but look at them huddle up. They're like, oh, we're going to kill him, we're going to kill him. And they literally, like, hug his body. And Jabamel goes, perfect. 4-man Echo. Stuns 3 of them. Fissure, Enchant Totem, and then Cocopio and Roids just run in as well. And it's just all over.
Yeah, and it was a choice of they just let the Lifestealer go. They essentially just get bodied.
Oh, Nat doing a lot of damage, but he's got Roids on him. Roids gets hexed. Oh no, Roids, he didn't manage to get the rage off in time. Is that enough damage? Couple of right clicks. No, Roids heals so much. But can he get out? He's looking for someone to go into. He goes into Jabamel, and Jabamel just leaps away. So he's actually going to be fine. You've got Leap on super moves as well. Coping, giving everyone speed. Ollie is going to get 1 kill. Still got Lagoon. But that's a lot. Oh my god, Juju killed him with like 3 hits. What on earth?
Wow.
Ollie just got melted. He's only got 10 base armor. I guess you've got Templar with Meld plus Desolator. That's actually more than 10 minus armor. But Ollie died so fast.
Yeah, he's gone very... He didn't even go for the Sanj. He's like very, very...
Oh, here we go. There's an engage onto Nat, and Nat dies practically instantly. You've got Desolator on Lifestealer as well, so he is hitting very hard.
Yeah, he bought it from the enemy base, just to assert dominance, then hit their own buildings.
Oh no, Oak. You have revealed yourself, and you will pay the price. Roids kills you in 4 auto attacks. Unfortunately, when you play Undying, you'll realize how low base armor you have. Even if you go Medallion of Courage, it's not enough. And Roids, he'll take out the racks nice and quick. Oh, but they're going on him. Well-timed stuns. We don't have Finger of Death, so Roids will be okay. Pops the Rage, starts to hit Juju. Juju has a lot of damage. Juju's got a stand ground. He gets bashed. He's just going to go down. Yeah, they can't kill Roids. Roids is too strong. Cocopium zoning out somewhere, and Ross by himself. What a manly ogre. You know, his score is 0-0-19. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better score from a support than that.
Wow. Yeah, maxing Bloodlust 0-0-19. That is...
I know.
That is the smart support life. Wow. That's beautiful. Perfect scoreline.
It is, yeah. No deaths, but also no kills.
Yeah.
Okay, a Roche has been taken 3 minutes, so actually they've got quite a long time. I think they're just going to push for the last lane of Rack. They're just going to say, well, we've got Octarine Core on the Earthshaker. Not sure I've seen this on Earthshaker, but I guess it does lower the cooldown. He jumps straight in onto Oak, then Royds comes out. Oak does get the Tombstone up, but Royds, he's decided to go straight for Nat. I don't know if that's the right play. He gets doomed. Do they have any follow-up? Yeah, Doom is pretty worthless. There's no follow-up. Ross does have the stun. They get the cooldown. It's a lot of damage. Finger of Death, they will kill Royce. 10-time streak ended. But Ollie is just taking the racks, so I think they're going to have Megas no matter what. Super Noodles, he's also buying a lot of time. He's got the Yules. And Ollie, he gets a kill on somewhat. Kokoken is going to go down. Ollie says, I don't care. I just want to take the racks. Realizes that he can't do that and has to run. Gets a 3-man Light Strike Raven and takes 6 million damage. But I think he is going to be okay. Never mind. He gets trapped again. He's just going to TP out. Yeah, you can't kill him, I'm afraid. Somewhat blinks in, but it's a little bit too late. They do hold on to the racks just about. Somewhat had to buy back for that, though. Oh, the gold difference is still pretty insane. It's a 99% win probability for the Radiant.
Yeah, he got the kill on Somewhat with the Laguna Blade. The Laguna Blade did 80% of Lion's health.
Well,
he wasn't even low. He just clicked it off.
Grove Bow and Grove Bow Kaya, Laguna Blade. I mean, he's got 11% spell amp talent coming at level 20, which I no doubt he will take.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be unlikely to change course.
He's going for an item you don't see very often these days, Kaya and Yasha. Usually you go Sanj and Kaya because Sanj is the one people want. But going for Yasha and Kaya, it's very rarely seen. I guess on Lena, who's ahead, it does kind of make sense. I think I'd probably still go the Sanj. But Ollie just going straight in for the stun, drops the Laguna Blade. There you've got the stun from Jabate. Nice kill from Oach, drops the Tombstone. It's time for the Dire to fight. The problem with the Dire is they just don't have enough catch. Like, whenever they drop everything, the Radiant go, oh, okay, we'll just leave them, see ya.
Oh, wow, right.
Royds, he doesn't care. He's going straight into Nat. Oh, there's a perfect arrow from Super Noodles. And now Oak's going to pay the price. Dies in just a few hits. And of course, the catch from the Radiant is absolutely insane. They have the fissure, doesn't quite reach Juju, and GG is called by Nat, which I think is fair enough because it is 35-9. They drop the Echo, they kill Ross. I think Juju's going to live because the Ancient will explode.
Wow, that was cool. Bit of a masterclass there. Excellent execution there from the Radiant.
And I was scared for the Radiant when I saw the gyro on the Dire, because you think, wow, gyro, when Nat plays it, he does so well. I'm not saying Nat didn't play well that game, but it's such a hard hero to keep down because, you know, gyro can just disappear into the jungle, take a 20 stack, and then suddenly he's on top. But the Radiant, they had enough rotations and they did such a good job.
Yeah, they pressured incredibly well. Really choked out the map. They made it very hard. The gyro, Nat loves getting his Maelstrom into Ags, but he felt so pressured he just went straight for the Ags, and then he didn't even have a jungle to farm with how much they were able to keep it up.
Yeah, you're right. That's actually a good point. He does usually go Maelstrom. And if you look at the farm, Juju and Nat actually have more last hits. And Juju, Nat, and Bros have more last hits than Jabate, Royds, and Ollie. But if you look at the kills, it's 36-9. They didn't really care. I mean, so much gold came from kills that in the end, that was enough. And it's a pretty sad state when you look at Dire's building damage. Only one hero hit a tower. So that kind of shows what a domination this game was. I mean, it was very one-sided. But, you know, it happens. The Lifestealer pick happened to be pretty much perfect. He only died once the entire game.
Yeah, and he had that, you know, he had the Ollie, the other core to play off as well, and the Shaker really performed very well. Jabate Mail played excellently.
Oh, yeah, Jabate Mail had a bit of a tricky lane to start with, but as soon as he hit level 6, he was getting some kills, got a kill on that, and then every team fight pretty much had a big echo in it. So
yeah, definitely. I think a lot of Jabate Mail's start was definitely to Ollie. I think he rotated twice in the laning phase, and he was able to get kills both times. Really helped like enable his Earthshaker, and he rotated for Roids as well. He did an excellent job of like helping the set, because if you have the advantage in the mid lane, it's really easy to play greedy, but he did a great job supporting his team there.
Yes, I agree. I think you called out the Lena pick, and it did exactly what it needed to. So well.